What up, guys? Your boy Just King ZA. Yeah, man, we're back with another video, and on this video, we're gonna be talking about MacG and what has recently happened with the Minnie Dlamini situation, whereby a lot of people are gunning for MacG. A lot of talks that are happening. People are trying to cancel MacG. Yeah, MacG is being cancelled right now, but we've been here before. So yeah, man, we're gonna talk about it and how I don't think he should be cancelled, because I don't think what he said was what people are saying it is, because I've seen some videos of people saying that he said exactly those words, where he said that maybe her genitals or some or private part stink. That's actually what he said. He didn't say her genitals or private part stinks. He didn't say that. He said, what if? So not that I'm supporting it or saying it's the right thing that he did. No, I'm just here to let's talk facts. Let's talk what actually happened, not what we are being emotional to think. So before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to the platform so that the platform can grow. Let's get over 1K. Let's go over 2K. Let's move. Let's grow this platform. I got a lot of stuff in store for you guys, but I need you guys to subscribe so that we can at least have a nice base to drop that stuff. So yeah, man, let's get straight into it. So MacG, MacG has been, is a very controversial, he's a shock jock, as you know it. I know last time he was pissed when Joe Biden said he's a shock jock, but that's exactly what he is. He's a shock jock. That's the type of radio presenter or DJ presenter sort of that he is. He is just someone who is shocking. He relies a lot on shock value. So he is a very, very unique guy, one of the most unique. I feel like he takes these guys like Fat Joe and all that. They're very, very shocking as well, but MacG just takes it to a whole nother level, and that's one of the reasons why he couldn't keep a job. He couldn't keep a job for a long time, because he's very shocking. He does very shocking things, and that's why he kept being fired. And podcasting was the perfect thing for him to do, because podcasting led him to his purpose. Literally, he shines on podcasting. I don't think there's many radio DJs who could shine on podcasting the way MacG shines on podcasting. I don't think so. That's where MacG specializes. That's where he's most in his bag. That's when he's most in his bag. That's just, he does it so well. So most of us are happy for MacG for being able to carve his own way, with his own things that he's controlling. We're happy for him. It's like a happy ever after story, after him having a successful but a very tumultuous career whereby jobs ended abruptly. It's not nice to have your jobs end abruptly when you are still paying off bonds, you're still paying off all these type of things. It's not nice. It's very, very scary. So for someone to just pick up an iPad and shoot, and just get people on and shoot with an iPad. It's very, very inspiring, literally from nothing, from rags, not from rags, because he was working and all, but from not having a studio, not having cameras, big cameras, lighting, none of that. Just shooting the way I'm shooting right now and having a guest, or just shooting with his friends and having a podcast every Monday and Thursday. Literally since 2018 until even now, that's the same consistency. So that story will never not be motivational and inspirational for anybody who's watching. That's why we root for MacG. That's why we're behind MacG. That's why we wanna hear his book, Uncancelable. We wanna, hear the audio book. I hope he releases the audio book. He released the book. I'm waiting for the audio book. If you can just drop that on the App Store, whatever, book, whatever. I don't know how it works. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna buy it. So MacG though has had some very controversial moments, as I've said. Some of the moments happened when he was interviewing people, and people said some things, and he sort of caught the fire. Even the one with Sol Penduka, the one that blew up the Monday show, because before Sol, the Monday show used to get like 10,000 views, literally. The Monday show, people didn't used to watch the Monday show. People watched the interviews on Thursday, where he would interview celebrities. That's when people would watch. But when he was with he was with Len Muleko and Ghost Lady on Mondays. It was when Sol joined that the Monday show started getting big views. And after that thing that Sol and him was talking about LGBTQ, that they were making a joke about, and that thing blew up. They got in trouble. They had to apologize, I believe. I'm not sure. They had to they went and hired people from the LGBTQ community with the show with Bougie on it, the guy who later hit Boiti with a bottle or something like that, and MacG had to let go of that guy and that podcast because of that. But that was when the podcast on Mondays really blew up, and constantly, like every week, just the Sol and MacG combination was just on fire. So with it being on fire, a lot of other moments have come which have led to MacG looking a bit weird, when especially when he was calling out about Tyler, about Uncle Waffles. Some of it just seemed kind of unnecessary, it seemed unnecessary. And those it's women, and but of course it does go also for men also. Like DJ Maporisa calling him a gatekeeper, which can be debated, it can be debated in many ways. While I don't think he's a gatekeeper, I just think, maybe I'll talk about it on another video, what I think of Maporisa. I love Maporisa, he's my goat. So there's him talking about, one of the most craziest one was him talking about Casper Nyovest, and him saying that Casper Nyovest's child is not his child. It's not his child. It's Andy Lempisan's child. Hey, that was crazy. I didn't understand why. Why you have to do that, But yeah, he later spoke with Cass. I think they shook it out and it was fine. They squashed the beef, So another one was when he said Nkosazana daughter's child is not Setril's child, that he heard from someone. And that was another big one. Nkosazana daughter was suing him and all that. So those are some of the stuff that I wonder why you have to do that, and everyone wonders, like, but they've seemed to just blow over time. Sometimes you just say, no, that time he said, prove me wrong, So those are some of the things that have happened, which I think maybe have triggered people. I think this moment right now is all those moments combined, and now I think this is just the what broke the camel's back, when MacG talked about Minnie Dlamini, he's been talking about her, but anyways, we get to this point, right? I don't think MacG needs to be cancelled or taken to court, just like the deputy minister, or is it the minister of women affairs or whatever, is now wanting him to appear in court or whatever. I don't think any of that is necessary. I don't, especially on this one. It's not necessary, because MacG never said that Minnie Dlamini's private part stinks. He never said that. He said why Minnie Dlamini is not able to keep a marriage, and in that he said that what if is because maybe what if a private part or genitals or whatever stinks, and then everyone was like, what it was this thing, right? But then he said, because he said that a lot of pretty women are like that as well, he said he had, allegedly, but even though he didn't say allegedly, but maybe he should have said allegedly, that allegedly word, yeah. So he said maybe, what if, so why are we gonna take a what if and we take it as if it is? He said it and he's saying no. He was just making it hypothetical, To me, that thing is like how women talk about men. Man, we grew up women talking the way they want about men. When your dick is small, yeah, maybe you don't perform well in bed, or hey, what, his dick, he was too small. Hey, this guy, what, man, we know it. I don't even want to go deep into it too much, because we all know it. Women, the way they talk about, a lot of women, the way they talk about the smallness of men's member, man, they just talk the way they want, to a point where, to some boys, to many actually, it creates a body dysmorphia, to the man, whereby they're always conscious of their penis size and all that, because of things that women, they say loud and proud right in front of you, that hey, they'll never date anyone with this and that. Hey, maybe this guy's breath smells, or what. Hey, this and that. Maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's because of that. So that is something that happens a lot. So It even goes to social media, to shows on YouTube. How many videos do you know where they talk about small dicks and they'll never date a man with a small dick, they'll never do this with a... How many podcast episodes have you seen? We grew up watching those things, man. Like, you just find that video and they are making fun of it, you know. So what is the equivalent when it comes to women? Do you understand? So, not to say we are paying back or whatever, no. I'm just saying that MacG never said those things. He said, what if? He's making a what if. Anyone could have come there and said, but how do we know that? You know, and MacG can say, no, he heard of it. And someone could say, where do you hear it from? And it can be a conversation, you know. But for him to be stubborn to court and, no, guys, let's stop it, man. Let's stop it. Leave MacG alone. Leave MacG alone, you know. Do I think MacG needs to reevaluate some of the things he says about ladies out of nowhere? Definitely. I think he needs to, or at least he needs to tell us why he had to go for Nkosazana daughter and say this type of things, you know. Or I don't know, but those are some of the questions that I do think MacG needs to explain some of the things. But for him to go to court, no. If he's going against someone, he needs to show us that what is the reason, you know. Some of the things, especially things that are wild, you know. So maybe he does, but we'll see. There is a lesson to learn for MacG, and I believe he's learning it. But for him to be summoned to court and all these things, no. Let's stop that, you know. Let's use our resources in a better way, you know. MacG is a podcaster, and he's just talking. He's just having conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. It's your boy, Just King ZA. Don't forget to like as well. Yeah, see you on the next video.